My name is Persephone, and this is a monthly reading for Taurus for the month of August of 2020. This is a video for the Hermit Tarot channel. My name is Persephone, as I stated. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Now, on this video, look how funny. On this video, I will do a monthly reading on Taurus. Now, for those who have not been subscribed, welcome. Thank you for joining my little family here. Now, look how I keep on splitting Taurus. And for those that don't know, the Hierophant is usually a symbol of Taurus. So I'm actually doing a monthly reading for all zodiac signs. I did take a break in the month of June and July, only because I was focused on doing tarot readings for influencers, especially problematic influencers in the year 2020. So what I was doing was I was working on a series called I Don't Need Tea, I Have the Tarot. And in that series, I did a reading on most problematic and famous influencers on YouTube. You can definitely check that out. I did a video on James Charles, Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson, Tati Westbrook. I was one of the few readers that actually came out and said that that guy, the TikToker Ethan Andrew, was actually lying about his accusations with James Charles. Now, I know that that's a serious allegation, but again, there's some stuff that it just doesn't need any clarification. You can tell when someone's lying, and the tarot confirmed it for me. So anyway, for people who have been following the Shane Dawson issue, I did a video on Rylan Adams and Morgan Adams, and because they finally spoke about the issue with Shane Dawson, so definitely check that out. So Taurus, I will do a reading now on your past, present, and future. I will do a 3-card pull, and then I will do a separate love reading for Taurus for the month of August. It will focus on single and committed. Now, definitely check that out. Stick around to see that. And let's get started with your reading. Okay, Taurus. So, I'm going to show you this. I want to see where I should put it. Right here then. Okay, Taurus. So right now I have the 4 of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords reversed, and the 2 of Cups reversed. So you got kind of everything, and the 10 of Cups reversed for the overall general reading. So what I'm seeing is that there's something that you're having an issue of letting go, and you have tried multiple times letting go. Now, usually the 2 of Cups talks about, if it's reversed, it talks about a separation, romantic separation. Usually it can be an emotional attachment that you have with someone. It's not always necessarily romantic, but in these kind of situations, especially anything that has to do with cups, it can be romantic. But because we have the 10 of Cups also reversed, it could be that you're going through an issue of separation of a family member. It could be that you have just recently felt the loss of a loved one. I do send my prayers and blessings to you, my condolences. Another thing that I can definitely see as well is that you're having an issue of letting go of this particular relationship that was not the healthiest for you. Now, what it could be is that you guys were just not seeing eye to eye. I am going to try to clarify this as well to see if this was something more romantic or this was more platonic. Okay, so it seems like the person that you're having an issue with was actually someone who was an enemy or a friend, I should say, in disguise. Now, I have the Dottore, which is usually a doctor symbol, but it doesn't have to be a doctor per se. It could be someone that you saw that was very prestigious, very intelligent, an intellectual situation that you had going there. La Nemica was obviously an enemy, a female enemy, and Falsita means false. A fantasy that has been broken, a false person, a person who's very deceitful. Let me just throw another card here because I want to know like exactly what's happening here. Okay, so This can definitely, distanza means like a chaotic home. So it could definitely be that you were dealing with someone that you had an emotional attachment with. I still feel like this can go either way. It's either that you were finally separated with a toxic person that has to do with a romantic issue, or it could be that you're separating finally from a toxic family situation. Some of you actually might be moving, and that's why you're going through this situation. Maybe a lot of you are actually physically locating somewhere else because the environment that you were staying in was very toxic. Now, Taurus, another thing that I do want to warn you about is that it seems like this person who was heavily involved in your situation, just like you're not letting go of the situation, it seems like they are not letting go either. So I don't know if there's some documentation or some like emails or verbal messages that you guys have between you. Make sure that that information is not necessarily used against you. Another thing that I am seeing too is that this person has every intention of like trying to fuck up your home. I don't know what that means in the sense of like physically, if like they're trying to come in and like really rattle your shit, or is it that verbally they were trying, their end goal was to make you feel very unsafe in your home. Another thing that I do see is that again, this person was trying to act like they were helping you, they were just looking out for your best interest, they were being beneficial to you, they were playing doctor, they were giving you advice, but what they were really doing was trying to, at their end goal was to really fuck you up physically and mentally. So if you finally separated from a very toxic situation, congratulations, Taurus. Trust your instincts, because it seems like you made it, no, not that it seems, you definitely made the right decision by separating from this person, because again, this person had very malice intentions. I'm gonna do another poll because this seems like a very small percentage of you guys. This is like a specific story, so let me just do another poll here. And the Hierophant coming. I wonder if this is like, maybe some of you guys are actually going through a divorce too. I wonder if that's it, because the Hierophant kept showing, and usually that's tradition, that's marriage. 9 of Pentacles reversed, Queen of Cups is up, and the 10 of Wands is up. Okay, and the overall energy is the Justice card reversed. Okay, so again, some of you guys might be dealing with a situation which might have not gone your way, and you feel like you are carrying the burden of it. Now, the 9 of Pentacles usually it means the opposite of complacency. It means something like you're worried, but you're really specifically worried about your financial stability, and it also means that you're worried about other people. The 9 of Pentacles can be a Virgo specifically, or any sort of earth sign like a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but usually the 9 of Pentacles is specifically a Virgo woman. The Queen of Cups can be a water sign, obviously. The Queen of Cups is usually a Cancer sign, but it can be Scorpio and Pisces as well. And the 10 of Wands is usually carrying a burden, and it's a fire sign, which is usually an Aries, Leo, Sag. Now, the Justice card is reversed, meaning that the justice, or whatever you felt like the outcome should have been, it isn't. The Justice reverse can definitely be another Libra in your situation, but I definitely don't see that. I think it's that you're dealing with either specifically a Virgo woman, or you're dealing with a Cancer woman. And it seems like you guys are not seeing each other. You guys are not seeing eye to eye. And it seems like either you're the younger energy and they're the older energy, or vice versa. It seems like there's like some sort of like battle between two females, and you guys are not seeing eye to eye. Let me get some clarification. I'm going to use a different deck this time. Mature woman. Okay. You want to let go. False woman. And unexpected income. Again, you guys could be in a situation where someone was not being financially trustworthy. Somebody stole from you. Somebody broke property. Somebody has put you in a position where you are now in a vulnerable position where you're not able to pay your bills. Another thing that I do see, again, because the false person came up on the last deck too, it seems like you were dealing with some toxic person who was lying to you, somebody who was not being 100% transparent. And I see that it's the older woman. The older woman is the one that's being the false person here. So definitely, Taurus, keep in check your friendships and your family members. Don't mix business with pleasure, I'm being told. And definitely keep track of any of emails or text messages that can be used against you, and make sure that all your receipts are in order, because it could be that you guys are heading to court. Okay, Taurus, I'm going to do a love reading for singles. Now, if you're in a in-between situation, you can definitely check both love readings. But I'm going to start with my Taurus, who is single for the month of August 2020. Now, disclaimer that I should actually do on all my love readings. Disclaimer, Taurus, this deck focuses on sensuality, orgasms, sexual connection, everything that has to do with the body and physical display of love. Okay, so if you are triggered by sexuality, me being vulgar, me being explicit, me being descriptive about love, then I am not the witch. I am not the reader. This is not the channel for you. I definitely do not want to discourage you guys, but I happen to be a very transparent reader. I call it as I see it, and I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to help you, and I'm here to give you clarification, because even though I might give you answers that you don't specifically want, that doesn't mean that you don't need them. Okay, Taurus? So for your love reading, I'm going to talk about your fears and desires and your outcome if you decide to work on the issues at hand. Okay, single Taurus, you have the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Moon. So what happens is that right now it seems like if you're single, you are in this mist, in this air of I'm Miss Independent or Mr. Independent. Oh, and another disclaimer, tarot doesn't have any sexual orientation or gender. I do talk about masculine and feminine energy, but that's only to differentiate who I'm speaking about, and that's why I also specify signs. Now, I can be talking about energy that is reversible, right? So I can be talking about you, or I can be talking about your partner that's actually in the situation. Remember, you both can be feeling this, so definitely keep an open mind when you're hearing these sexual messages. Now, you have the Pentacles twice, and then you have the Moon. The Pentacles are, again, Earth sign, which is another Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Now, it seems like you have the King and the Queen, which is so funny because this is supposed to be a singles reading, but it seems like you're in a situation right now where you and your partner, or the person you like, or the person who's like chasing you, you guys are on different, how can I say, you guys like each other, you guys are attracted to each other, but it seems like you guys are not pursuing each other in a very cohesive way. Let me explain. It says here that the Queen of Pentacles, this particular card talks about coldness, someone who's very aloof, someone who's very tactful, very meticulous in the way that they're very like, I'm very independent, I don't need anyone to help me, I can do things on my own, I am not here to be saved by anyone, blah blah blah, right? And the King of Pentacles is actually someone who's a little bit more masculine, more aggressive, someone who's proactive and chasing their partner and really like trying to pursue them sexually, right? Not necessarily forcefully, but trying to obviously, you know, exude that masculinity and that aggressive scent, right? But you guys are you are not on the same page, because it's like for some reason you feel like if I give into this guy or girl or whoever, this person, if I give into this person's gonna think that they have a hold of me. This person thinks that they can do whatever they want with me, and then who am I? Am I a pick-me? Am I one of those people who needs a man, needs a woman? I don't need nobody. But Taurus, this is the guy, or this is the person that you've been waiting for. This person makes you cream in your pants. So why are you playing it off cool? Why aren't you letting them know? The Moon usually talks about secrets, but it also talks about happy images that have to be conveyed to each other. Because it doesn't make sense that you're holding on to this information, that you're like This person physically I'm very attracted to, and yeah, they might be a little aggressive, a little abrasive, but he makes me or she makes me feel so gooey. And how could this person possibly know that when you have an exterior that's so cold, so collected, so calm? And I'm not saying for you to put yourself on a platter and just hand yourself over to anyone. I'm talking specifically about the person who is showing you effort after effort after effort after effort. Taurus, this person really is interested in you. Sexually, they're very interested in you. Now, is this going to be something happily ever after? That is up to you. But I definitely see that you guys are just, it's like you're playing this cat and mouse chase. Cat and mouse chase that's not really leading anywhere. It's making you feel lonely, and it's making your partner feel frustrated. It makes them feel rejected. It actually makes him feel like you don't like him. So Taurus, if you are single and you're being pursued by someone, it's okay to be a little softer, a little sensual. Let them know, I really like when you do this, but I don't like when you do this. It's okay to let them know that you have a preference and a hard limit. All right, Taurus. That was for a single Taurus. Now I'm going to do a love reading for committed, dating, or married Taurus. Taurus. Oh, I'll keep that. This card popped out, so I don't know how significant this is going to play. This is the Emperor, which I love the Emperor. When I buy a deck of cards, the first two cards that I look at is the Emperor and the Empress. I don't know, I'm just very attracted to them. And the Emperor is just somebody that I'm like, oh, so sexy. I don't know why, but I just do. Okay. Taurus, so you have the Seven of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is usually an Aries sign. The Cups obviously can be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and the Ten of Pentacles can actually be an earth sign, which is a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Now, the Seven of Cups talks about, I'm going to talk about your fears, your desires, and then the outcome if you were to work on the things that I'm telling you to work on. Now, this is actually talking about you guys are in a good place. These are for people that are married, dating, or in a situation. You are actually in a good place where you and your partner have not only sexual chemistry, but you guys have the same idea of what happiness looks like and what a healthy relationship looks like, right? The Ten of Pentacles talks about someone who is vain, someone who is arrogant, someone who is in love with themselves and in touch with themselves. But this is not bad. What happens is that when we love ourselves and we get to know ourselves, we get to see exactly what turns us on, what makes us orgasm, what turns us off too. And it's good because why would we place that pressure and responsibility only on our partner, right? We should be able to know ourselves and our body too. The Queen of Cups talks about vanity as well, but it also talks about nurturing, right? So it seems like you have a balance act, right? And it also seems like either you're like the nurturer and your partner's like very vain, but it works, right? Because someone's like very narcissistic and then the other person just worships them, and it works. It just works for your partnership. It could also be the other way around, Taurus. It could be that you're the one that's very vain, very arrogant, very into themselves, and your partner is the one that's worshiping you and devouring you and just loving you sexually, right? And it just works for you. Now, the Emperor is a card that wanted to come out, so I took it. The Emperor card in this particular deck talks about fertility, right? But it also talks about restraint. Now, the Emperor, like I said, personally, I feel like the Emperor cards are usually very attractive, very masculine, very dominant. But it also can be someone who has to practice self-discipline, right? It has to be someone who, just because you look good, you act good, you're attractive, doesn't mean that it's okay for you to go out there and just start fishing for compliments and make it seem like you don't care that you might be disrespecting me or violating me or making me feel like you care about other people's attention rather than my attention, right? Now, I'm not saying that you're suffering from jealousy or that your partner is, but remember that things have to be respectful. And things also have to be in a place where, again, hard limits are discussed, as well as things that you prefer. But again, you guys look good. You have this kind of balance where someone is the dominant one and someone is the submissive. Someone likes to be chased and someone likes to do the chasing, right? Someone's a little vain and someone likes to get worshipped and be worshipped. You know what I mean? So you guys look really good. You guys look very happy, but it's okay to show your partner just a little love, but don't let them get too much love, you know? But it's good to show them that, you know, I appreciate you. I know you worship me, and I'm very attracted to you too. Now again, remember this deck focuses only on sexual chemistry and orgasm. We do talk a little bit about romance here, but if you look at these cards are very focused on sexual energy. But I really don't have anything negative to say, other than someone is practicing, if you're messing with an Aries or you are leading towards a masculine side, not you. If you or the person that's dating, the masculine energy here, it seems like they're practicing like self-discipline, and they're practicing like, I want to be good to my partner. I want to be virtuous. I want my partner to believe when I say something, it's what I say. She doesn't ever have to worry about me ever stepping out, me messing with another woman, me entertaining another woman. And again, this is not a heterosexual thing. This is just, I'm just talking about feminine and masculine energy. Yeah, it seems like this partner of yours, or maybe yourself, you're really practicing self-discipline because you want this relationship to work. And it's all about respect, because when you respect someone, you trust them, and then it's easier for you to have intimate moments with them because you know that this person would never do you wrong. All right, Taurus. So that was my monthly love reading for you for the month of August. I do hope that you subscribe, like, leave me a comment. If you are interested in booking a private meeting, if you are interested in booking a private reading with me, go ahead and email me. I'll leave my email on the screen. And don't forget to share these videos. I really love when you share this video, and I will link your Taurus playlist so that you guys can compare everything that's happened so far. Don't forget that you can also cross-watch anyone as well. I will link their Zodiac sign at the bottom of the screen. So I hope you have a very blessed, sensual, and happy month, Taurus.